and welcome to Story Time. My name is Jodi Moore, and I'm author of When a Dragon Moves In Again. Now, as the author, that means I've written the words of the story, but I haven't drawn the amazing pictures that you'll find inside. That comes from the brilliant mind of illustrator Howard McWilliam. The book is brought to you by our friends at Flashlight Press Publishing. Now, before I get started, I just have to tell you guys that from the time I was a little girl, I've always wanted to be an author. So having a book published is like a dream come true. But I soon realized that it's only a part of my dream come true. Because if a book doesn't have anyone to love it, or hear it, or look at it, is it truly happy? No. So having you guys here with me today is the other part of my dream come true. So stretch those arms and give yourself a big hug from me and from Dragon for joining our special story time today. Now, When a Dragon Moves In Again is about a new baby coming into the family and how the little boy feels a little bit jealous. Now, here's the thing. Some of you might be big brothers and sisters, or little brothers and sisters, or middle brothers and sisters. Some of you, your brother or sister might be a dog, or a cat, or a dragon. Some of you might have cousins and friends that just sometimes, even though you love them so much, sometimes you feel a little jealous or left out. You ever feel that way? I do, even as a grown-up. Maybe it's something they have, or something they've done, or maybe they're just getting a lot of attention. When a Dragon Moves In Again is a story about dealing with those feelings. So let's get started. If you help your dad build a castle, a dragon will move in. That castle looks a little familiar. Maybe it's something else. He'll settle in all cozy and peep at you from inside, and you'll wonder how you ever got so lucky. Until... "That's for the baby, sweetie," your mom will say. "Baby?" you and your dragon will ask. "Remember," your dad will say, "you'll be the big brother." "I hope it's a girl," your sister will add. Your mom will pat her swelling belly. "Feel the baby move," she'll say. "Babies like music," your dad will explain. So you and your dragon will sing your favorite song for the baby. Again. And again. And again. "I really hope it's a girl," your sister will mutter. One day, the baby will arrive. He'll look like you, only tinier and droolier and stinkier. And he'll cry a lot. Luckily, you and your dragon can entertain him. First, you'll show off your bowling skills with the bottles. "Those are not toys," your mom will say. Next, you'll play airplane. Zoom! Crash! The baby will giggle. Your parents will not. "It wasn't me," you'll explain. "It was the dragon." And you'll hear a heh 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 from behind the couch. Lunchtime, your dad will say. so your sister will make peanut butter sandwiches. See, Mom's busy with the baby. Dragons don't eat crusts, you'll grumble. There's no such thing as a dragon, she'll say. Your dragon will snicker again. And accidentally spill juice on her. Nap time, your dad will announce. You guys seen where the dragon's going? He's following the baby. And not the little boy this time. Not for me, you'll say. Naps are for babies, not for big boys like me and my dragon. 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 Hey! Where? Oh no! You woke the baby, your mom will say. It wasn't me, you'll tell her. It was the dragon. This time the dragon says, heh, heh. Huh? Young man, I think we've had enough of this dragon business, your dad will say. And I've had enough of this baby business, you'll yell. Send him back. I think the little boy's very upset. What do you think? Have you ever gotten that angry? I have. Instead, they'll send you to a timeout. But you won't care. You don't need that baby. Or that dragon. He's upset. You still have your books. And your blocks. And your blanket. How's he feeling now? Which happens to be your dragon's blanket too. You'll wonder if he misses it. Perhaps you should check. Where? Where? The baby will cry. Hush, baby, you'll whisper. See, dragon's trying to calm him down too. You'll pat his tummy. He'll burp and cry some more. You'll plunk his pacifier into his mouth. He'll pop it out and cry again. But then you'll remember, babies like music. So you'll tuck your blanket around him and sing, soft and soothing, until he settles. And you'll decide that this baby can stay. Yeah. At least until tomorrow. Oh, those babies. Because that's how it happens sometimes, right? You get frustrated and then you figure it out, and then you get mad again, and then you figure it out, and you get sad. Feelings are funny things. But you know what? They're all okay. It's always okay to feel them. We just have to figure out sometimes what to do with them. Now, I know when I get angry sometimes, I like to make art. Would you guys like to make art with me? How about, this is a good project for when we're feeling angry, a fire-breathing dragon. Would you like to learn how to make one? Now, I don't know if you recognize what this might have started out as. Because when I do art projects, I like to recycle things rather than throwing them away. This dragon starts with a toilet paper roll. Now, for the head of the dragon, you can paint him. That's what we did with this big dragon. You can paint him, or you can color him in with colored pencils or crayons or whatever. What I did with this, because I often do this craft when I do bookstore visits, is I actually found some red crafting tape. And I wrapped it around like this. But you can use whatever you have. Okay. Now we need to make the fire. So what I use when I make my fire is I use crepe paper that you can find at any party store, and you might have some if you've had a recent celebration or something. But don't worry if you don't, because if you don't, you can use any kind of paper. In fact, if you have some leftover wrapping paper from something, maybe it's even used wrapping paper, maybe you just had a party or something, you can also cut that up and use that as the fire. But I used crepe paper, so I'll show you what I did. I took 3 pieces. I took a red piece and an orange piece and a yellow piece, and I stapled them together. You can also use tape to put them together. Now, you just want to make sure, if you hold up the dragon head, you just want to make sure that it is probably about twice as long as your roll of toilet paper. Because, well, I'll show you what we're going to do in just a minute. So, I cut those. You can even cut them smaller or skinnier to make a different flame. Now, when you use scissors, scissors can be sharp, so always make sure a grown-up is there to help you, because we don't want you to get hurt. Now what we do, and this is another reason why this is such a good craft when we're feeling frustrated, because the best fire is made with wrinkly paper. And so you take this and you put it in your hands and you kind of crumble it up a little bit. Get all your frustrations out. Okay, there we go. A little bit more. And then we take our toilet paper roll and we feed it through to the other side, and we tape it down. Just like that. And then, see how that works? Now, on my dragon, because I had some pom-poms left from another project, again, I love to recycle things, I used that for the nose and eyes, and then I put googly eyes on top of it because I had them. But if you don't have them, you can use paint, or you can use crayons or magic markers, or maybe you have other things that you can use as eyes. You can be very, very creative. And that's how you make a dragon. Now remember that you don't have to make the dragons red. You can make them green, you can make them polka dotted, you can make them plaid, whatever you want. And the neat thing about this project is you also don't have to make just dragons. Let me show you one of the other projects that I made a long time ago. Is I actually made a kitty cat out of a toilet paper roll. Now you can see that it's shorter, so you can actually make 2. And again, if you're using scissors, make sure that there's a grown-up around. But I made the cat have different spots and things. You can make a leopard. This kind of looks like a cheetah. You can make a house cat, anything you want. Again, you can use crayons or tape or anything. The ears I made out of felt. The nose, again, I made out of the pom-poms. And I guess some of you might be wondering how I made the tail. Remember how I told you about recycling materials? Now, I don't want you going into your closets and cutting things up, but ask your mom or dad or your big sister, big brother, your grandparents, your aunt or your uncle. Ask a grown-up in the house if there's anything around that they might have laying about that maybe it's extra material from a craft that they did or something that they've sewn, or maybe, I don't know, a Halloween costume that you've outgrown. That's actually what I used this from. It was an old Halloween costume that had a feather boa, and I cut a little piece of it and I made the tail out of that. So not only is it fun and you can work out your frustrations with art and be creative, but you can also help save the planet by recycling materials. I hope that you guys have enjoyed our craft project and have enjoyed our story for today. I loved spending time with you. And again, like I said, putting out a book was one of my dreams. So no matter what your dreams are, whether you want to be an author or an illustrator, whether you want to be a teacher or a doctor, a veterinarian, a sports hero, or a superhero, always remember, you can do it, and the world is waiting to hear your story. Thank you again, and until we meet next time, big dragony hugs and dragon smoochies. Bye!